Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, and I'm delighted to be joined by Mr. Bill Haney himself. Bill, first and foremost, man, thank you for inviting me to the gym to witness your son spar there, and it was enjoyable for me. I don't know if it was enjoyable for Devin, but how are you, first of all?
Oh, absolutely, man. Thank you always for having us. We're ready. You know, Devin is ready. We have a great game plan for JoJo Diaz. Shout out to JoJo Diaz and his team for raising their hand and accepting the fight. He's a former Olympian, former world champion, interim champion. You know what I mean? And like I said at the press conference, is that this is the perfect next fight for both JoJo Diaz and Devin Haney. Meaning JoJo is the right next step for Devin, and Devin is the next step for JoJo at 135 pounds.
I mean, let's go to that press conference today then. I mean, the press conference got a little bit, I wouldn't say it was heated, but there was words exchanged. I mean, JoJo Diaz was talking a good game. He was saying that he's going to take you into deep waters, places you've never been before. He's faced adversity, he's faced a cut, he's faced all this sort of stuff in the fight. Devin's yet to do that yet. Do you believe JoJo when he says that he's going to pull Devin into places he's never been before?
Well, they said that when you fight a fighter with experience, you gain the experience of the fighter that you're fighting. You know what I mean? So I don't see JoJo beating anyone that had any more experience than Jorge Linares. True that, you know what I mean, experience comes as you go along. Devin is 22 years old right now. I don't know. I think JoJo is like 26 or 27 or whatever. But that's what it is. But I don't think come December the 4th that JoJo Diaz, the experience that he's had, will help him. And just like Devin said when he was talking to him, he said that, does your experience qualify you that you've fought anyone like Devin Haney, right? So if you've never fought a style or if you've never fought someone like him, then your experience doesn't do anything. But being cut, I mean, should he get cut? And should he hold his composure? I mean, you know what I mean? That's, I guess, to be expected because he's been cut numerous times. But I expect for Devin to put a hellacious ass whooping on him.
JoJo, he's a two-time world champion, and he feels natural. He said his natural weight is at 135. Devin is a big 135-pounder. Is this maybe a step too far for JoJo facing somebody like Devin? Because he has called Devin out, and Ryan Garcia. Obviously, we know what happened with Ryan Garcia, but he has called him out. But Devin is big at 135. I mean, he could go up to 140, maybe later in his career 147. So, will Devin be too big for JoJo in this fight?
Well, that's two questions. Is he going to be ready? Hopefully that he is. We know that to get the best out of Devin, we need a formidable opponent to bring it out in him. JoJo Diaz is young. He's hungry. And like he said, he's been there before. He's been under the lights. As far as our good friend over there, right there.
Ben?
Absolutely. Ben knows that how long we've been talking about JoJo Diaz and our good friends over at MTK. I hope that he's ready. I do, because that's what's going to bring out the best in Devin. Devin will be ready, and he's going to bring out all that JoJo has.
Linares was Devin's toughest test to date, but what kind of statement do you have to do against Devin and JoJo Diaz? I mean, it's okay to get the win, but do you need to go out there and put on a statement? I mean, dominate JoJo Diaz, maybe even stop JoJo. You said an hellacious ass whooping. Do you need to go out there and make a statement to stamp your authority at the 135-pound division and say to everyone else, listen, I'm calling you out, Devin's calling you out, let's just get it on? So do you need to make a statement against JoJo?
Oh, absolutely. Every time you're out, you want to make a statement. You want to make you want to go to another level. You want to graduate, so to speak. You know what I mean? And that's what we look to do. We look for the world to see a faster, quicker, stronger Devin Haney.
Well, I'm going to just jump away from that fight then, because a week before Devin is Teofimo. Now, he's been talking a lot.
Teo who?
Teofimo Lopez. I don't know if you know him, but
I haven't heard from Teofimo in so long. Where's Teofimo at? Is he still got a fight with Cambosos?
I think so. I think Eddie stepped in and saved the day.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, good luck to both of them. I hope that Teofimo is having a healthy camp. We've been going back and forth a lot. You know what I mean? Both me and the dad and Devin and Teo. Right now it's 30 days out from our fight. I don't know how long it is from their fight, but it's time for us to handle our business and pay attention to the work that we have at hand. And I don't want to discredit JoJo Diaz or overlook him in any way. After we handle our business, then let's get back to the Devin and Teo show.
Can I just get your comment on Teofimo? He basically said that the Haneys are capping. I think when you say you want Teofimo fight, that you're just capping, you don't really want it. I just want to get your thoughts on that, and I'll make a comment on that.
I believe that the Teo that we're seeing is not the real Teo. He is a clone. Ever since the pandemic started, or since he was sick, Teo has been missing. This is not the Teo that we're seeing. So I hope the real Teo will show up on what day they fighting?
27th November.
27th. The real Teo better show up soon, man, because this Teo has been saying a whole lot of bullshit, right?
We spoke about it off camera, so I'm going to just get you to speak on camera. Now, when I had Senior, Teo, and Eddie Hearn on camera, they were discussing the potential fight. Now, Senior said that he spoke to Maurizio Suleiman, the WBC president, and said, how can we make this fight? Maurizio said that he's going to send a petition to the Haneys, you and Devin, and get you to sign it, which will make Devin mandatory for Teo. I just want to get your thoughts on that.
When did he say that?
That was yesterday, he said that.
Let me take a look.
Check your emails.
Let me check. Hold on, let me see.
Nothing?
Nothing. and I saw Mauricio earlier today. So, like I said, the real Teo is missing. We have Teo the clone. Like Gucci Man. Do you know Gucci Man? You know Gucci Man?
Yeah.
Right. I think the real.
I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm cool as well.
Okay, but I think the real Gucci Man showed back up eventually. But this Teofimo Lopez, man, listen. What we need to do is he needs to concentrate on his fight at hand, right? We concentrate on ours, and let's get together after.
See, the thing is, I won't get to speak about Canelo, but Canelo's gone out his way to get the undisputed. He's went and said, I'll fight you. I'll even come over to PBC away from DAZN because he's done a good relationship with Eddie Hearn to get that undisputed. The fans have loved it. The fact he's fought 4 times a year. Organically, the most natural fight at 135 is Devin and Teo. So when you look at it, I know you're businessmen and boxing is a business, but when you look at it from a fan's perspective, and can you understand why the fans are frustrated and why sometimes I'm a fan, sometimes we get annoyed at the fact that the fighters want it, why can't they fight? I mean, I know there's a business involved, but can you understand the fans' frustration?
Well, I mean, if it's a business, one thing that you say that Teofimo is making decisions. If you say that he's making decisions, then when we were in Fresno, California the other day, instead of saying to the world what happened with the meeting with Bob, as if he had something to do with the meeting, as if he set the meeting up, right? I thought the world of a fighter that just fought the other day. What's the name of that guy that just fought? This with Bob. He's at 140 pounds. No, fuck no. He beat Jose. Zepeda. I thought the world of Jose Zepeda, and I think that he's a warrior and maybe even future opponent for Devin, right? And I don't think he'll turn down a fade at all, right? And I've been consistent about saying that when I talk to Derek Harmon, right? Derek, when you see him, ask him. When we were talking about Derek, we were talking about 140 pounds and talking about Zepeda. Because Teofimo Lopez, Bob Arum wasn't even talking about Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez had the longest waiting fight in George Kambosos. He had an opponent. So I was reaching out thinking that JoJo Diaz wasn't going to come through, right? And maybe that we would go up to 140 and go at Zepeda, who was the WBC silver champion, right? This dude said, now, not Teo, the Teo clone, said, what happened to the meeting with Bob? What happened to the meeting with Bob? As if you're a promoter and handling a promoter's business, meaning Devin Haney and Devin Haney Promotions, right? So I reached out to a friend of mine and Derek Harmon. And when Eddie said, I think in an interview other than that, he said the meeting not happening because he never knew about it. He never knew about the meeting because I never talked to him.
Was that Mauricio Suleiman? Is that petition?
No. This is the clone squad looking for Teo.
Let's jump off that fight. Interesting that you said Zepeda at 140. Now, I said that Devin is a big one, 135 pounder. If you can't get these fights that you've wanted, the Ryan Garcias, the Teofimos, would you move up to 140? And maybe Zepeda and grab that WBC silver?
Oh, we can't help but eventually move up to 140 for sure. Right now, he's at 135. You see him. Mm-hmm. We're less than 30 days out. We're comfortable, you know what I mean? We just need to see. We need to see how he feels on fight night. That's the most important thing.
You're going to put Ben Davison in a sticky position, being Devin come up to 140, Josh Taylor's at 140. You're going to put that man over there in a sticky position.
You think so? You think so? You think so? No, I think Josh has plans at 147. And I think that when Devin is moving up, Josh will be gone.
He'll be vacant belts then, do you know what I mean? So he could clear up there. I mean, that's and again, the 135-pound division, 140-pound division, there's no easy fights in these divisions. You might get the fights that you want up there, though, at 140.
Yeah, we have a lot of respect for Josh and what he's done. You know what I mean? He's really undisputed at 140 pounds, right? He's won the super. Did he win the super WB?
He's got the WBA Super, the WC.
But what was that tournament that?
The Super Series, boxing Super Series. Yeah.
Yeah, he won that too as well. You know, the Muhammad Ali Trophy, Ring Magazine. You know what I mean? He's a bad boy, man. You know what I mean? I saw him today, complimented him on the work that he's done. Also, Ben, you know, it was amazing work that they did, and yeah.
What do you make of Teo calling him out? Josh Taylor.
Was it the Teo or the Teo clone? You know what I mean? Which one? I don't know. I think Teo is bullshitting, right? Because you don't have to do all that calling if you're in-house, if you're right there with Bob. I mean, why do you have to keep insults in the media if you just re-signed, you just did a new deal, and part of the deal, quote that you guys said was that it's pay-per-view fights, it's all the opportunity in the world for you and your legacy and take over promotions and all these other things, then make the shit happen in-house like everyone else does, right?
Bill, I want to get your thoughts on Canelo. I know it's getting late in here and you're probably desperate to go home and see the wife and kids, but yeah, Canelo and Caleb Plant, great fight. I'm guessing you know Caleb quite well. Yes. So what's your thoughts on that fight itself?
Listen, I see a ready Caleb Plant. You know, Canelo is always ready. You know what I mean? He's the constant professional. That's going to be a great fight. I'm pulling and praying for Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? But also, I'm very realistic in terms of the tall tale that he must accomplish. Right? You know, it's a big hill. Yeah, it's a big hill. Yeah. It's a big hill to climb, you know what I mean? And Canelo Alvarez. But, you know, these are the stories, the dreams are made of, you know what I mean? Caleb coming right out of Tennessee, right? Trailer and all the stuff, almost like an Eminem story to me, you know what I'm saying? So he has what's the song with Eminem? One chance to. One chance. Yeah, he has one chance. You know what I mean? So I just, you know, I'm praying that he comes through.
Bill, quickly, Anthony Joshua made a couple of rounds in the US, looking at US trainers and stuff like that. He went to see Ronnie Shields, he went to see Virgil Hunter, and he went down to see Eddie Reynoso, and I think he went to see Robert Garcia as well. I think he's coming to the US and looking at different trainers and how they operate and stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that? And if Anthony Joshua came to Bill Haney, would you welcome him in your gym?
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely making a mistake by not coming and seeing us. We can do a lot with Anthony Joshua. He's a great guy, though. You know what I mean? He's a great guy, and I wish him all the best in the world. And who he decides to work with, you know, I would help him just because. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of his, and like I said, I just wish him well. He's one of the most likable guys outside the ring as well. You know.
Definitely. Final one then, December 4th, Las Vegas. Devin Haney, JoJo Diaz. How does it go down?
It's going to be fireworks. I mean, from round one until it's over with, you know. And I expect Devin to come in and dominate him, right? Use a lot of the length and a lot of the speed that he has. It's no secret that Devin has the length. It's no different that it's no secret that he has the speed. And I expect him to come out and to use it. Show what the tremendous ring IQ that he has. And put on a hellacious ass whooping.
Yeah, I like that. I want to take that word back with me. But also, I'm going to take this back with me. Bill, thank you so much for doing this for IFL TV.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to you, brother. Shout out to everyone in Scotland, everybody in the UK, man. We look to come over there and just see you guys, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Thank you.